Hold on.
Yeah. Is everything okay now? Is everything okay now? Day. Good evening to one and all. First of all, I like to thank. నా వాయిస్ ఏంటి రిపీట్ అవుతుంది? First of all, I like to thank Sir Garu for making me the host for 5 days of this webinar of awareness and motivation for you, a human empowering platform in which the name itself, empowering platform. And I would like to thank Sujit too for suggesting me this the previous and precious event. Both the people of hard work and great vision results the many events explore and improve yourself. But now it was honor of collaboration with Writer's Voice with for you. I'm just excited to see you forward. Hope you all too. On these 5 days of event, five different major topics were selected, as in the day one, anger management and human empowerment, and on day two, fear and how to overcome, and as on day three, trust and its importance in human life. Day four, in which love and woman empowerment, and lastly, day five, its greatness. Okay, now I request Saran Garu to introduce Alikya Garu, the speaker of day one. Saran Garu, please respond. Are you there?
Hi. Hello,
Yeah,
everyone. Thank you, Gautami, for accepting host of our program. Thank you very
it's
much.
my pleasure to do.
And today we have a special guest, and she's also my sister, Alekia Garu, and she will be joining with us in a few minutes. Before that, I would like to give an introduction about this series, Emotional Awareness Management series. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ అసలు నేను ఈ సిరీస్ డిజైన్ చేయడానికి కారణం ఏంటంటే young people as well as elder people as well as for the parents also, because we are developing physically, we are taking care of ourselves physically for last 2 to 3 years because of the COVID. We are taking so much care of ourselves physically, that what food should we eat, how to gain strength, how to be how to be proactive in our lives physically, but we're not taking care of ourselves mentally. మెంటల్ గా మనం ఏ కేర్ తీసుకోవట్లేదు. అండ్ ఎమోషనల్ గా ఎస్పెషల్లీ యూత్, దే ఆర్ నాట్ కన్సిడరింగ్ దట్ మెంటల్ స్టెబిలిటీ, అండ్ దే ఆర్ టేకింగ్ లైట్లీ బికాస్, అండ్ ద డెసిషన్స్ ఆల్సో బికమింగ్ పూర్ నవే డేస్. They can't really withstand themselves because of those poor decisions, and we are seeing many suicides also nowadays with the youth. And for the parents also, oh, listen everyone, this is an intellectual conversation and really a good interpretation of emotional awareness and development series. I designed this series as part one because I took five major emotions of human life. Those are anger, fear, trust, love, and greatness. Today, our first topic is about anger management, and I would like to also tell about human empowerment once again, because the motive and the the real motive of this organization depends on that motto, that what is for you and what is the motto behind that organization. I would like to really explain about that once again. Before that, I would like to get into the topic about anger management and how to deal with it. This will be very useful for the younger people, elder people, and for the adults, really, and for the parents to deal with their kids also. Because emotions are the major part of human brain, they are the major part of human living, that we should take care of our emotions very carefully, or else they will take care of us and destroy us. Every human being should have to take care of their emotions really well. Before that, I would like to get into the topic. The first topic of our series is about anger. కోపం, మనిషికి కోపం ఎందుకు వస్తుంది? I would like to ask three questions, and I would also like to answer them also. What is anger? And what are the pros and cons of anger? And how can we manage our anger? First of all, what is anger? Anger comes from the conviction that I am right. I'm the only one who is right. నేనే కరెక్ట్ అన్న దాంట్లో నుంచి మనకు కోపం వస్తుంది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, కోపం రావడానికి రెండు కారణాలు ఉన్నాయి. టూ మేజర్ రీజన్స్. ఒకటి, నేనే కరెక్ట్ అనుకున్నప్పుడు కోపం వచ్చింది. లేకపోతే ఇన్ మై ఇంటలెక్చువల్ అబ్జర్వేషన్, ఇన్ మై సైకలాజికల్ అనాలిసిస్ ఐఎమ్ సేయింగ్, నేనే కరెక్ట్ అనుకుంటే కోపం వచ్చింది. లేదా మనం ఏదన్నా ఇంపార్టెంట్ వర్క్ చేయాలి అనుకున్నప్పుడు, టైంకి పెట్టుకున్నప్పుడు, ఆ వర్క్ మన చేతుల్లో లేకుండా సర్కమ్స్టాన్సెస్ డిలే అయిపోయి మన చేతుల్లో లేకుండా అది చేజారిపోతా ఉంటే మనకు విపరీతమైన కోపం వచ్చింది. మనం ప్రాక్టికల్ గా అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటే ఈ టూ థింగ్స్ నేను మేజర్ గా ఐ కన్సర్న్ అబౌట్ దీస్ టూ ఇష్యూస్. ఐ రియలీ కన్సర్న్ బికాస్ ఐ వుడ్ లైక్ టు పుట్ ఫోర్త్ దీస్ ఇష్యూస్ ఇన్ ద సొసైటీ. ఒకటి, నేనే కరెక్ట్ అని మనం ఎందుకు అనుకుంటాం అంటే ఈగో వల్ల. దేర్ ఈస్ ఫండమెంటల్ connection between ego and anger. I would like to tell an example. That is, ఇప్పుడు ఒక వ్యక్తి తనకి ఒక ల్యాండ్ ఉంటే ఒక ఫ్యాక్షనిస్ట్ వచ్చి ఆ వ్యక్తి యొక్క ల్యాండ్ ని కబ్జా చేయడానికి వచ్చి, ఇది నాది, నువ్వెవరు, నేను తీసేసుకుంటున్నా ఇది అంటే ఇమ్మీడియట్ గా ఆ వ్యక్తి మీద విపరీతమైన కోపం వచ్చింది. నువ్వెవడ నా ల్యాండ్ తీసుకోవడానికి, హూ ఆర్ యూ టు టేక్ మై ల్యాండ్, దిస్ ఇస్ మై ప్రాపర్టీ, విల్ సే. దట్ యాంగర్ కమ్స్ ఫ్రమ్ దట్ ఈస్ ద ఫండమెంటల్ ఎమోషన్ ఆఫ్ ఎ హ్యూమన్ బీయింగ్. ఖచ్చితంగా రియాక్ట్ అవుతాడు ఒక వ్యక్తి. అండ్ ఎప్పుడు అవుతాడంటే అవతల వ్యక్తికి పవర్ లేదు, తనకంటే తక్కువ అనుకున్నప్పుడు హీ విల్ రియాక్ట్ డ్రాస్టికలీ. అదే ఫర్ సపోజ్ ఆ పొజిషన్ లో అవతల వ్యక్తికి పవర్ ఉండి అతనికంటే బలవంతుడైతే, అతనికంటే తెలివిగలవాడైతే, అతనికంటే సోషల్ స్టేటస్ ఉంటే ఈ వ్యక్తికి అంత కోపం రాదు. వీ కెన్ అబ్జర్వ్ దట్ ప్రాక్టికలీ. బికాస్ మన ఎదురుగా ఉన్న వ్యక్తి మనకంటే బలవంతుడైతే, మనకంటే స్టేటస్ ఉంటే, మనకంటే పవర్ఫుల్ అయితే మనం కోపం తెచ్చుకోం. వీ విల్ థింక్ అబౌట్ దట్ అండ్ వీ విల్ స్టే సైలెంట్. ఎందుకు మనకు వచ్చింది, వీ విల్ కామ్ డౌన్ అవర్ సెల్స్, వీ విల్ నెగోషియేట్ విత్ దట్ పర్సన్. దట్స్ హౌ హ్యూమన్ మైండ్ వర్క్స్. కోపం అనేది ఇన్స్టింక్టివ్ గా వచ్చేసింది ఒక హ్యూమన్ కి. అండ్ యాంగర్ అనేది ప్రతి హ్యూమన్ బీయింగ్ కి ఇట్స్ వెల్ ఫార్మ్డ్ ఎమోషన్. అండ్ నేను రైట్ రాంగ్, వెదర్ ఇట్స్ రైట్ ఆర్ రాంగ్, that will come from moral and social ways that we have constructed well before many years. There is also an indignation to our limit. There is also an indignation to our limit. That is, there is this here we should understand that there is a slight difference between irritation and anger. That is, anger is a strong, very much strong emotion, whereas irritation is about little feeling that's just created in our mind. For example, I would like to tell that ఇరిటేషన్, ఒక మనిషికి ఇరిటేషన్ ఎప్పుడు వచ్చిందంటే మనం ఏదన్నా పని చేస్తున్నప్పుడు మధ్యలో ఎవరన్నా కదిలిస్తే we just tell them, we just feel like we irritate on them. కదిలియొద్దు, లేకపోతే చిరాకు పడతాం మనం. అదే ఆ పని మన చేతుల్లో లేకుండా, మనం చేయాలనుకున్న పని, ఇంపార్టెంట్ వర్క్ మన చేతుల్లో లేకుండా అది డిలే అయిపోతూ మన చేయి దాటిపోతుంటే, మనం దాని గురించి ఏమి చేయలేకపోతే, నిస్సహాయ స్థితిలో ఉంటే అప్పుడు మనకు విపరీతమైన కోపం వచ్చింది. we can't control ourselves we can't control ourselves we can't understand that emotion. Here I would like to tell what are the pros and cons of anger. ఈ ప్రపంచంలో ప్రతి ఒక్కదానికి పాజిటివ్స్ అండ్ నెగిటివ్స్ రెండు ఉంటాయి. పాజిటివ్స్ ఉంటాయి, నెగిటివ్స్ ఉంటాయి. అది వస్తువు అయినా, వ్యక్తి అయినా, ఏదైనా సరే ఈ యూనివర్స్ లో ప్రతి ఒక్క దానికి ప్రోస్ అండ్ కాన్స్ ఉంటాయి. పాజిటివ్ ఉంటే నెగిటివ్ కూడా ఉండిద్ది, నెగిటివ్ ఉంటే పాజిటివ్ కూడా ఉండిద్ది. Pros and cons both will be there, but it's our choice whether we should have to take positive or whether we should have to take negative. It's our own individual choice. Here I would like to explain about what are the pros and cons of anger, positives and negatives of anger. First, I would like to tell about cons. What are the negatives of anger? First one, whenever people can't talk with logic, they resort to violence, whether it's verbal or physical. It's one of the finest quotations given by one of the finest thinkers of modern era. Whenever people can't talk with logic, ఒక వ్యక్తి లాజిక్ గా మాట్లాడలేనప్పుడు, లాజిక్ గా ఆర్గ్యూ చేయడం కుదరనప్పుడు, లాజిక్ గా మాట్లాడటం, లాజిక్ గా కమ్యూనికేట్ చేయడం కుదరనప్పుడు, that person resort to violence, whether it's verbal or physical. They will shout, they will shout with anger, and you can't deal with logic. That's the major con of anger. And anger destroys peace within you. మనిషి యొక్క ప్రశాంతతని కోపం అనేది దూరం చేసిద్ది. అది ఏ విధంగా అయినా సరే, కోపం మనిషిని ఎన్నో విధాలుగా నాశనం చేసిద్ది. వి విల్ లూజ్ అవర్ రిలేషన్స్ విత్ పీపుల్. మనం మనుషులతో సంబంధాలను కోల్పోతాం కోపం వల్ల. ఆలోచించకుండా తీసుకున్న ఒక్క డెసిషన్ కి కోపంలో మనం మన జీవితాంతం రిగ్రెట్ ఫీల్ అవుతాం. వై షుడ్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు డూ దట్? దట్స్ అన్నెసెసరీ ఇన్ మై పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ. బట్ ఐ వుడ్ లైక్ టు టెల్ దట్ you regret your whole life if you take a decision in anger. ఆ యాంగర్ ని ఎలా మేనేజ్ చేయాలో నేను నా దగ్గర ఒక 3 పాయింట్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఇన్ మై అబ్జర్వేషన్, ఇన్ మై అవేర్నెస్, ఐ వుడ్ లైక్ టు టెల్ దెమ్. బిఫోర్ దట్ ఐ వుడ్ లైక్ టు మెన్షన్ మోర్ పాయింట్స్, pros and cons of anger. Anger is a powerful emotion of every human being. If you can't understand it, it will eventually destroy you. యాంగర్ అనే కాదు, మనిషికి వచ్చే ఏ ఎమోషన్ అయినా, మనిషి డీల్ చేస్తున్న ఏ ఎమోషన్ అయినా ఫస్ట్ దాన్ని అర్థం చేసుకోవాలి. వీ హ్యావ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ దట్ వై ఈస్ దిస్ కమింగ్ టు మీ, అదర్వైజ్ ఇట్ విల్ డిస్ట్రాయ్ యూ, వాట్ ఎవర్ ద ఎమోషన్ మే బి. either it's love, either it's fear, either it's greatness, either it's trust, either it's anger, whatever it may be. The major emotion, if you can't understand the major emotion of a human being, it will eventually destroy you, and it will cut the wings in your brain to think and analyze. I would like to quote here that unexpressed emotions never die. They are buried alive and will come forth uglier in later ways. We we all know that this is the famous quote written by Sigmund Freud, uh, intellectual psychologist, famous psychologist, that what he said is, మనం ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ చేయకుండా దాచుకున్న ఎమోషన్స్ ని, మనలోనే ఉన్న ఎమోషన్స్ ని మనలోనే ఉంచుకుంటే అవి సాల్వ్ అయిపోయి వెళ్ళిపోతాయి అనుకుంటాం మనం, కానీ అలా జరగదు. వాటి వల్ల చాలా అనర్థాలు ఉంటాయి జీవితంలో. అండ్ ఒకళ్ళ మీద చూపించాల్సిన ఎమోషన్ ఇంకొకళ్ళ మీద చూపిస్తాం. ఎయిదర్ ఇట్ విల్ బి నెగిటివ్ ఎమోషన్ ఆర్ ఇట్ విల్ బి పాజిటివ్ ఎమోషన్. అలా లైఫ్ లో మనం ఈ పార్ట్ యాంగర్ దగ్గరికి వస్తే మనం చాలా కోల్పోతాం జీవితంలో. ఒకళ్ళ మీద చూపించాల్సిన ఇంకొకళ్ళ మీద చూపిస్తే ఎవరు ఊరుకోరు లైఫ్ లో. కాబట్టి వీ షుడ్ అండర్స్టాండ్, వీ హ్యావ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ ఎమోషన్స్. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ సేయింగ్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు కంట్రోల్ అవర్ ఎమోషన్స్. ఎమోషన్స్ కంట్రోల్ చేయకూడదు. కంట్రోల్ చేస్తే రిప్రెస్ ఫీల్ అవుతాం. వీ ఫీల్ దట్ రిప్రెస్ ఇన్ అవర్ మైండ్, దట్ వీఆర్ కంట్రోలింగ్ అవర్ సెల్స్, వీఆర్ నాట్ లెటింగ్ ఇట్ అవుట్ సైడ్. అలా చేయకుండా యూ అండర్స్టాండ్ దోస్ ఎమోషన్స్ rationally, logically you understand that emotion. Why is this happening to me? You question yourself, you understand that, then you will find some peace. And in between the process you will also lose your anger. మనం ఆలోచించడం ఎప్పుడైతే మొదలు పెడతామో, క్వశ్చన్ చేయడం ఎప్పుడైతే మొదలు పెడతామో, అప్పుడు మనం ఆ ఎమోషన్ అర్థం చేసుకుంటాం. దాన్ని మనలోనే ఉంచుకోకుండా, ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ చేయకుండా మనలోనే ఉంచుకొని బాధపడటం కంటే, దాన్ని అవతల వ్యక్తితో మాట్లాడటమో, లేకపోతే లాజిక్ గా మాట్లాడటమో, లేకపోతే దాన్ని రేషనలైజ్ చేయటమో, లేకపోతే నీలో నువ్వే ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ చేసుకోవటమో, ఏదో ఒకటి చేయాలి. లేకపోతే those emotions will struck in your mind and will come forth later in uglier ways. That is said by Sigmund Freud, famous psychologist. And primarily and most importantly, anger stops rational thinking of a person. That's the major point. And when we come to the positives of anger, we can make a person work with our anger. ఎలాబరేట్ చేసి చెప్పాలంటే, ఒక వ్యక్తిని మనం కోపంతో పని చేయించవచ్చు కొన్ని సందర్భాల్లోనే, అన్ని సందర్భాల్లో కాదు. ఇప్పుడు మనం ఒక ఫ్యాక్టరీకి ఓనర్ అయి ఉండి మన కింద కొంతమంది పని చేస్తూ ఉంటే వర్కర్స్, అన్ని సందర్భాల్లో కోపడకూడదు. కొన్ని సందర్భాల్లో లిమిట్ దాటి ఆ పర్సన్ మన చేయి దాటి వెళ్తున్నాడు అన్నప్పుడు మనం వీ కెన్ వీ కెన్ షో అవర్ యాంగర్ ఆన్ హిమ్ ఆర్ హర్. వీ కెన్ షో అవర్ యాంగర్. బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దట్ ద వర్క్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్, ద వర్క్ విల్ బి డన్. కొన్నిసార్లు మనం కోపడటం వల్ల పని జరిగింది మనకి. వీ కెన్ ఆల్సో యూజ్ దట్ ఎమోషన్. We should always understand that emotion and we should use that emotion for positive ways, not for negative ways. And next point, and another positive of anger is it's one of the major emotion of human being. మనం అన్ని ఎమోషన్స్ ని అర్థం చేసుకోగలిగిన ఒక్క కోపాన్ని మాత్రం మన కంట్రోల్లో పెట్టుకోలేము. ఎందుకంటే అది ఇన్స్టింక్టివ్. ఏ యొక్క హ్యూమన్ బీయింగ్ మెజారిటీ 99% ఆఫ్ ద పీపుల్ దే రిసార్ట్ టు వైలెన్స్, దే రిసార్ట్ టు యాంగర్, no matter what, no matter how strong they are, no matter how powerful they are mentally, no matter how spiritual they are, they can't stop that emotion if they can't understand it. But if you can understand that emotion, if you can understand it, you can stop. You can stop yourself from anger. At least you can take decision in a good way. మనం ఆలోచించిన తర్వాత డెసిషన్ తీసుకునేది చాలా మంచిది, ఆలోచించకుండా రియాక్ట్ అవటం కంటే. ఎందుకంటే రిమెంబర్ వన్ థింగ్ ఎవ్రీ వన్, ఇన్ లైఫ్ 3 things won't come back. గడిచిన సమయం, విసిరిన రాయి, కోపంలో అన్న మాట ఎప్పుడు జీవితంలో వెనక్కి తిరిగి రావు. వీ షుడ్ టేక్ నోట్ ఆఫ్ దట్. అందుకే మనం ఏ డెసిషన్ తీసుకున్నా కూడా చాలా జాగ్రత్తగా డెసిషన్ తీసుకోవాలి లైఫ్ లో. And we shouldn't feel regret about that later forever. జీవితంలో మనం ఎప్పుడు ఆ డెసిషన్ వల్ల రిగ్రెట్ ఫీల్ అవ్వకూడదు. దట్స్ హౌ వీ షుడ్ టేక్ అవర్ డెసిషన్స్ ఇన్ అవర్ లైఫ్. ఆచితూచి ఆలోచించి 1కి 100 సార్లు డెసిషన్ తీసుకోవాలి. కోపంలో మాత్రం ఎలాంటి డెసిషన్ తీసుకోవద్దండి. దట్ విల్ రూయిన్ యువర్ లైఫ్, దట్ విల్ డిస్ట్రాయ్ యువర్ లైఫ్ eventually. That's the major concern that I would like to put forth in my series. This is the point, okay? And I will give 3 important points to manage your anger. The moment you're getting yourself angry, ask yourself rationally that why I am getting angry. Immediately, instinctively, before you're reacting instinctively about anger, ask yourself instinctively about this question. Ask yourself this question instinctively within a moment. Why I am getting angry? Immediately question yourself. Think rationally. Find an answer. Search for an answer. Those are the things you should have to do first before when that anger is starting in your brain. ఆ కోపం మీ మెదడులో మొదలయ్యేటప్పుడే you should have to follow this instinctively. అప్పుడు కనీసం ఒక 75% వరకైనా, ఒక 75% మందికైనా సరే ఇట్ విల్ బి హెల్ప్ఫుల్. ఆ మూమెంట్ వాటికైనా మీ కోపం రెడ్యూస్ అవడానికి ఇట్ విల్ బి వెరీ హెల్ప్ఫుల్. ఓకే, అండ్ దిస్ ఈజ్ ఆల్ అబౌట్ యాంగర్. And I would like to once again explain the motto of this organization. And this is about empowering human lives and advancing our lives better. ప్రతి ఒక్క హ్యూమన్ బీయింగ్ తన యొక్క ఆలోచన విధానాన్ని మెరుగుపరచాలి, ఈ యొక్క ఆలోచన విధానం మెరుగుపడాలి అని చెప్పి ముందుకెళ్ళటమే ఈ ఆర్గనైజేషన్ యొక్క మోటివ్. అండ్ the points I already explained in the main inaugural theme of this function, and those are: a person should have to be respected for his or her skill, thought process, ideology, and that courage. Not a person shouldn't respect another because of their race, caste, or same country, or same community, or same religion. Not those kind of things. Sorry. And discriminations are the major part that are dragging ourselves down in this human world, in this universe. We are struggling with all those kind of discriminations. We are quarreling among ourselves with each other. Discriminations take away our opportunities. Because of those, we will lose everything. We will be mentally sick also. We will become mentally sick also. Everyone should take a step forward to eradicate these discriminations, bring an awareness in the society, bring an awareness. Really, I would like everyone to bring an awareness in this society. And I would like to mention here that one point here that my favorite dialogue in a movie called Businessman, that Mahesh Babu says, I'm just quoting this dialogue. This is my favorite dialogue. Other than that, nothing. That 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 dialogue is, just imagine ఒక 50 మంది గన్స్ పట్టుకొని పరిగెడతా ఉంటే ఎలా ఉండిద్దో ఒకసారి ఇమాజిన్ చేయి అని చెప్పి he he will represent that dialogue. That means once imagine 4 billion people యొక్క ఆలోచన విధానం మెరుగుపడితే, ఈ యొక్క ఆలోచన విధానం డిస్క్రిమినేషన్స్ ని ఎరాడికేట్ చేసి ఈ యొక్క ఆలోచన విధానం మెరుగుపడి ఇంకొక పర్సన్ యొక్క స్కిల్, థాట్ ప్రాసెస్, ఐడియాలజీకి ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఇస్తూ ఈ ప్రపంచం ముందుకెళ్తా ఉంటే, జస్ట్ ఇమాజిన్ ఎవ్రీవన్, ఇట్ విల్ బి వెరీ గ్రేట్ఫుల్. ప్రపంచం అనేది ఒక స్టెప్ అడ్వాన్స్ అయినట్టే, హ్యూమన్ మైండ్ అనేది, హ్యూమన్ యొక్క థాట్ ప్రాసెస్ అనేది ఒక స్టెప్ అడ్వాన్స్ అయినట్టే. ఓకేనా? దిస్ ఈస్ ద మోటో ఆఫ్ అవర్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్. అండ్ I already explained about the topic today, and that's all I would like to explain. And I would like to give the proceedings to our speaker today, our special guest, Alekya Garu. And I would like to give an introduction about her, that she's really, really special to me because she's an inspiration to me for the past 4-5 years. She's really an independent woman. She's an intellectual thinker. She always questions everything, and she fights for the cause of women empowerment. She wants every woman to have her right and to live individually, independently. That's what she is. And she is the founder of, she's also an entrepreneur. She is the founder of Meeti Kabar, online cake delivering business. She's an entrepreneur. She's also a bank employee. She achieved so much. She faced so much hurdles in her life. She faced so many kind of troubles, and she is one of my inspirations. Even as of now, I didn't tell her that, but really, she is one of my inspirations, and I would like her to take the proceedings. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Is my voice audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay, thank you. So I'm Alekia. So nobody knows me here. So I want to tell something about myself before I talk. So my name is Alekia. I'm a banker. I work full time from 9 to 5. And I have two businesses, a photography and a cake business. Before I talk anything, I want to tell everybody a disclaimer that I'm not a professional in any mental health or psychological or motivational. I'm not any kind of professional. Everything I'm going to speak here today is going to be the things that I've learned in the years, that I've seen, and my own opinions I'm putting forth. Just before I speak anything, I just want to give a disclaimer. And secondly, I really want to congratulate Saran on starting something like this, because this is starting something like this needs a lot of courage, because a lot of people wants to do a lot of things, but coming forth, doing something in front of everybody, putting a lot of responsibility on yourself needs a lot of courage. And I'm really proud of Saran for doing that. And coming to today's session, they want me to talk about anger issues and overall human development. So anger, we are human beings and we are given a lot of emotions, and anger is a part of them. unless you are using all of the emotions in an equal attribute, I think it's very healthy. And coming to its cons, pros, all of those things, it it really depends on how you're using it, how it is um, beneficial for you and the people around you. So first, I'll tell about the negative attributes or effects that anger can put on you, because I would like to end this on a positive note. So, coming from a personal experience, 3 to 4 months back, I was mentally not too well, and I had to consult an Ayurvedic therapist, where I was telling her why something happened to me, and I was very angry about it on everybody that are involved in the incident and about myself, because I was not well, and everybody kept telling me, it's okay, things happen, it's fine, it's very common for things to happen, and it's okay for you to go through all of this and give it time, you'll be okay, you'll be better, all of these things. But I know it will be okay, but it's not okay. I'm really angry at everybody, everything that's happening, because there are certain things as people we feel are happening but shouldn't happen, because it's not fair for us and people around us. So we get so angry at some things that it is not fair. And I was telling her this is what is happening. And she told me, I'll give you an exercise. Like, you have two choices. You need to forget one single word that you have been known from your childhood. The word is called Om, which resonates with your whole body. You need to forget it, or I'll give you a Sanskrit poem, which is very complex, which is 4 lines Sanskrit poem, and it's going to be hard for you to learn it and recite it yourself. And I was thinking, what does Om or anything have to do with it? And then she told me, when your mind tries to suppress something, when your mind tries to uh, think, okay, I need to forget this thing, I need to forget this situation, the more you try to do that, the more it comes up, the more it pushes through you, and more it becomes a main part of your thinking. And she said, rather it is very easy for you to recite and learn an entire new poem, even if it is difficult. And by doing that, you are going to forget the home eventually, because you are going to be too inclined, and you are going to be too induced in learning the new poem, that you are automatically going to forget that home exists until somebody comes and you know reminds you. So and she told me, until you're going to feel anger towards your environment, towards the people that made that situation happen, and for on yourself, that you are a part of that situation that you don't want to be a part of, it's always going to resonate with you, it's always going to feel like you're carrying a lot of weight, a weight that no matter how hard you try, it's not going to go away. So, and anger is a kind of emotion where it resonates with a lot of negative feelings and negative energy, because you're going to be burdened by it a lot day by day. You're angry at something that happened to you, you don't want it to happen, you're so angry it's still happening, and you don't try to resolve it, you don't try to channel it in a positive way. It's going to eat you away from the inside, not anybody else. So, and it combines with a lot of negative feelings like depression. It gets combined with a lot of feelings like you become another kind of person without yourself knowing it. Meeke telikunda. So it's going to get, and going through the history, the greatest personality, we can talk about anger, channeling anger in a very negative way, is we all know about Hitler. Adolf Hitler is a German, and after World War One, he went through a lot of stuff that he felt, a lot of things in life that he deserves. He didn't get through it just because of the effects of the war and everything that happened. the people that are not supposed to be in good places, like he believed Jews, and they were all in very good places, and he was unable to do all of that for himself, no matter how hard he tried. So he was angry at anybody, everybody. He didn't look up at the scenario that caused it actually. Rather, he was angry at so many people. He he invented something called Nazism, and he killed thousands and thousands of Jews that created so much hatred within himself and killed a lot of innocent people. That is not, that is channeling your anger in a very negative way, which could be very harmful for the environment, yourself, for the whole humankind, especially when you have a certain power in your hands. And talking about without power, as an individual, you are so angry with the things, everyday common simple things, like, let's say, the common Indian drivers are a lot of men actually. When they drive, somebody comes up, a bike very casually crosses a car, and they're going to be so angry. They start gali pe gali. They start abusing the fellow that went through. It is the common type of anger that you get for very fraction of seconds, and it it can be considered very healthy. It is like venting that out in the second. You don't hate the other person, you don't think you want to do something to that person. It's not like you're hating that person. You are channeling it just outside. You're venting whatever you feel at the moment. It's because somebody came and stopped you for a fraction of second, and they are in your way. It is not an anger that makes you want to do bad things for yourself and for the people around you. And when it comes to positivity in anger, I think we are all humans, and not just humans, every living being, we are given uh, emotions. Let's take animals, dogs, mammals, us. Every one of us are given emotions for a certain reason. You need to feel emotions. You need to give out your emotions so that you become human. You That makes you human. See, you need to feel happy, you need to feel sad, you need to feel angry, you need to feel all these emotions to be a human, to be vulnerable, to feel everything that's given to you in this world. I'm sorry for my interrupting voice because I ran from the office directly to the home and I didn't get enough time to prep. So, um, where was I? So anger can be very healthy emotions when you try to channel it in a very positive way. There are a lot of greatest examples for channeling your anger in a very positive way, like our freedom fighters. Mahatma Gandhi chose non-violent way for getting freedom, but it, I believe it's the anger that led him to take any action at all in the first place, because he finished his barrister and he came to India only to feel on his way that black people are looked down upon. Indian people are looked down upon because of their lack of economy, because of their skin color, because of a lot of things that Indians didn't have at that time. And he might have definitely felt anger that his own people are looked down upon and he needs to do something about that. And he chose a path according to how he thought is fit for him and the people around him. So as individuals, there are a lot of examples, like not our freedom fighters, but there are a lot of other fighters. Karl Marx, there is Marxism. He fought against capitalism. He thought the only the higher people in capitalism, they should not get benefited. It's the workers, it's the low level people that are working really hard, and it should be beneficial for them. And he was angry, he was very aggressive. Communism in overall is a very aggressive strategy. You go at people, you voice out because you're angry at the injustice that is happening in the society, and nobody is going to listen to you if you go and say, see, this is whatever is happening, it is very sad, it is very bad, a lot of people are going to get affected by it. So We need to collectively think in a positive way. Nobody is going to listen because everybody is busy in living their own life, profiting themselves, getting up only by themselves. So nobody is going to listen to you if you're going to say that. You need a louder voice. You need to have anger within you for people to listen to you. But it all depends upon how you are channeling it. Like how Buddha says, you will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger. That is what Buddha says. Because anger is a very healthy emotion until you are channeling it in a very positive way. And it might be very easy for everybody to say, channel it in a proper way, channel it in a proper way, you know, think about it, do it in a very positive way. It's very easy to say, but for us to implement it in practically is going to be very hard because it's a very strong emotion. Out of all the emotions, you it is very strong emotion because happiness, let's say there are a group of people, 10 people sitting in some place, and um, they're all laughing, and somebody out of the group is suddenly angry. They don't laugh anymore. They're going to put their face in a very angered way, in an off mood, and they're not going to smile. The other fellow is going to feel, "Are something happened? What happened?" And the other fellow is going to feel the same way. Everybody suddenly comes to a stop. But you cannot simply laugh and make everybody. They say laugh is infectious, but it's not so easy. But getting angry, spoiling the mood of everybody is very easy. So how to channel it in every day so that it doesn't affect you, it doesn't affect the people around you, it doesn't affect the family, because we coexist with the people in our family, with the people around us, in our workspace. We coexist. You are in a bad mood, somebody comes to you, somebody wants to talk to you about something, they want to tell you this happened to me today, and they want you to listen. Only if you are in a state of calm, you are in a state of understanding, and you come from a place of understanding, only then you can tell them, okay, this happened to you, what do you want to do about it, how do you want to go about it. But you yourself are so angry at so many things every single day, for every regular thing that happens. You are not going to talk to that fellow in a very calm tone. You're obviously going to be angry, and you're going to feel burdened by those things, because you're going to think, I'm already having a lot of issues, and what does they expect? Like, listening to all those things are only going to be burdening. I can't do anything about all those things. నాది నాకు చేసుకోవడానికే టైం లేదు, నా థింగ్స్ నాకు సార్ట్ అవుట్ చేసుకోవడానికే టైం లేదు. I'm angry at so many things. Anger means you are getting and you wish things happen in some other way, not the way that are happening. You feel repelled by things that are happening to you, and you are not going to be helpful for your own self or the people around you. So how do you channel it? You need to understand what's triggering you. Like, even if a very minute thing that is happening to you, you need to understand it. You need to understand why it is happening. If somebody is telling something and you get offended and get angry, it's not the person that's offending you, it's the content of what the person is talking. It's a joke, but it might be a joke for them, it's not a joke for you. They are, let's say that they're the body shaming you. You are a little fat, you wanted to lose that fat, you're trying, but you have health issues, that it's not happening. You're trying your level best, but it's not happening to you, and to them it's unknown. It's unknown that you're going through a lot of uh, trauma because of that thing, and they come to you and they're going to tell you, make a joke like a watermelon, a pumpkin, which is very normal, but it's going to trigger you a lot. It's going to make you a lot angry. And before you get angry at that person, you need to take a minute for yourself. You need to realize what is the outcome of the anger you're going to show towards that person. Is your reaction going to give you calmness? Once you have once you yelled at that person, once you have shouted and told, I'm not going to listen to all this anymore because I'm getting really angry when you make those jokes. When you react that way, is it even going to convey to that person why you are angry? Because that person is going to think, I just made a simple joke and they're going to be angry about it. When the joke itself is offensive, he needs to understand why it is offensive to you. So you need to tell them that it is how it is hurting you, and you yourself needs to understand why you're getting angry for a lot of things in your life. Now, body shaming is just an example I'm giving. A lot of things in your everyday life, why is it affecting you the way it is? You need to take every day some time for yourself. You need to understand the core things that you are feeling a lot of negative emotions about yourself, because if you don't understand yourself, that nobody is going to understand you. In your everyday life, you're going to have parents, you're going to have siblings, your partners, every business you have to deal with them. You have to talk about a lot of things, and out of everyday basis you have always fight, angry at each other, they yell at each very little things, because you yourself don't know what triggers you the most. When you hear a comment, it's not about the person that made the comment, it's about the content of the comment. It's because something is resonating inside you, something you're feeling very offensive about it, and then you're going to get angry at some time. Because at some points of time when somebody makes a comment about you, you take it very lightly and you laugh it off. The difference when you cannot laugh it off and you feel very offended by some things is because some things resonate very deep within you. The anger is built up. It has become very negatively inside you. It's going to be uh, it's going to mix up with a lot of other negative emotions like depression, anger is associated with a lot of negative emotions. And the thing with negative emotions is your body, a human body, is built up in such a way that it's always there for you in a flight mode. Let's say you walk somewhere, you fell inside a pond, you're not going to replay sitting there like, okay, I fell into the pond, I need to come out. Now what should I do? I'll put my right hand, I'll put my left hand, I'll start swimming, I'll start crying, I'll start asking for help. You don't have to go through uh, a trial period for all these things. Your body is prepared for you. Your body is always in a flight mode to avoid dangers for survival. So negative emotions are going to stay in your body a lot more than positive emotions. Let's say you go to a restaurant, you eat something there which is really good, and you eat something else which is very bad. Once you come out of the restaurant, for after 10 years, you're not going to uh, remember the things that every place, whatever you ate, very good ones, but you're going to make a very big deal of things that gave you very bad experience, and you're going to tell people, don't ever go there, don't ever eat there, don't ever do that because it's a very bad experience. Your, your body is going to remember negative emotions so much than the positive emotions. And this is not me saying, as I told, I've already consulted a mental health professional, and it's her who told me our body is always in a flight mode. It wants to remember the negative things more, because the next time it happens to you, it stays alert. It protects you from all those negative emotions, negative situations, so that it, like I said, it is on a survival mode. So the more you are giving into these negative emotions, you're going to feel a lot burdened by it. It's not easy coming out of these things. It's not going to become in a flip second. You're going to it, it's going to reside inside you. Your partner, your parents, somebody says something to you, you are very disturbed and angry by it, but you don't tell them, you put it inside because they're your family. even if you say and they don't listen, you're going to get even more angry. This time you don't feel like even discussing with them. It's going to feel a lot burden, so you keep it inside yourself. And the next time something happens with them, this and that, it's going to be twice, 2 times much angry you're going to feel. And the next time something happens, it's going to pile up, and you're not actually at the current situation that is happening, but you are angry at a series of events, and ultimately you're going to feel this person is always going up hurting me. This person is not healthy for me. And the next time, even if that person comes to you with an open heart to give you love or expecting love, you can neither take it, you can never give it, because you cannot take it if your cup is full. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So two things cannot happen. You need to daily sit with yourself, talk to yourself, what is triggering you, how you're going to channel this, have an open communication with people around you. And you need to strive hard to have a positive ecosystem around you, so that you grow up, you have a peaceful space here, you grow up peacefully, you end up giving peace to the people around you. You are not going to get burdened up by all the emotions, relationship, the things, the everyday little things that happen around you, and you are going to feel a lot happier and let go of those things. You're going to feel very lightheaded, and I've read somewhere anger causes insomnia. Your head is going to feel filled up with lot of negative emotions that you won't feel. Okay, I had a very good day today. You're not going to feel that. You're going to feel like this happened to me. A lot of days this happens to me, because I am a feminist. I actively believe women needs to have a space as equal that is given to men, not in a very physiologically, not just economically. I don't mean we need to just have a 9 to 5 job just like men. No, we don't need to be questioned like ridiculously, where a man can have a six pack, go out, expose, and still not get questioned, like how their family's name is going to be projected. While a woman wear a short, she's going to be asked a lot of questions. It's for another day, the whole discussion. But I get angered a lot seeing this. I actively educate people on how limitless opportunities this world is having equally for both women and men. It angers to me a lot, to a point that I keep having fights with my close circle, that what are you doing about it? I have fights with my own friends, sometimes men, sometimes women, that why are you not doing something that should be done on a daily basis? Like, we ignore a lot of things around us because we want to be included in a certain uh, circle. When something is regularly happening and you go and say, hey, don't do this, don't say this, don't joke about it, and you feel like you are not included in the circle, they're going to make a joke about you, and you're obviously going to feel bad about it. So people avoid these things on a regular basis, which I am not. I'm very opinionated and I get hated for that a lot, which is fine by me. And I get angry at a lot of people that they're not doing it. But I sit every day and I think my purpose doesn't have to be everybody's purpose. The things I believe in, it doesn't. Everybody doesn't have to believe in them and fight for them on a daily basis. People doesn't have to understand me to a point where I understand myself. And it's very normal for people to not understand you, for people to not get you all the time, and we feeling angry about that. We feeling angry about a lot of regular stuff that happens in our life. The only thing we need to do is, if the anger is too much to handle for you, you definitely need to consult a professional to talk about it, because it is going to affect your life in so many ways, in ways that you don't even know that will affect. At the end of the day, it's going to affect your mental peace, it's going to affect your sleep habits, your weight, your health, the way you perceive things, your job, your everyday work, your physical strength. It's going to put a lot of strength on everything you work on your everyday basis. But every day you try to channel it in a positive way. You sit, you talk to yourself, you learn the root cause about what is actually causing it, what is actually triggering it. If it gets too much, then you definitely need to consult a professional. Yeah, I think that is about the anger I can discuss about.
Yeah, it's a great, Alexia Garu. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for making this so graceful with
thank
your
you.
speech. Thank you so much. It's too inspirable to have you here.
It's not so much like Saran makes it to be. It,
Really, your works and your clarification, something what's better. Actually, I am very poor in anger management, so it
we
helps
all
me
are.
more than anyone.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I feel happy that
thank
it
you.
resonates with you.
It's my
Thank
personal
you.
thanks to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for having the patience to listen to all this.
it's our pleasure to have you, ma'am, here.
Thank you so much.
Sujit, I request you for a few words on this topic. Will you? Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for Sharana's team and Gautami for giving me such a great and valuable time to discuss about a topic called anger management, which doesn't suitable for me. I truly believe, which doesn't even implies for me, and more than saying that, it's a very happiest moment to have Madam Alekia as a day one speaker. Madam, we truly thankful for you for being as a day one speaker of emotional awareness management series, ma'am, and the topic of yours, fear. I'm sorry, anger management was truly inspirable for many people, because as we are in 21st century, ప్రతి విషయానికి కూడా మనం ఏ విషయాన్ని కూడా ఆలోచించే పరిస్థితిలో మనం లేము. మనం అంటే లైక్ బికాజ్ యూ టు యూత్ లైక్ అస్, అండ్ ప్రతిదీ కూడా ఎలా అంటే ఒక నెగిటివ్ థింకింగ్లోకి, ఒక నెగిటివ్ థాట్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోతూ వస్తున్నారు. అండ్ మ్యామ్, ఐ హ్యావ్ అ క్వశ్చన్ దట్ హౌ టు కిల్ నెగిటివ్ థింకింగ్, మ్యామ్?
Can kill negative thinking because it's impossible. We are humans. We definitely get negative thoughts when we experience it in everyday life. We can sit here acting all calm and say, you need to get anger in control, you need to do all of that. But when we face certain situations that we get so much angry at, and it plays in our head like I want to slap this fellow right away because I'm so angry at whatever he spoke. So it's impossible to curb negative thoughts. But whenever you get a negative thoughts, it's important you sit for a few seconds, you acknowledge the thought. It's okay for getting the thought. You don't need to put you don't need to make yourself the bad guy for having the negative thoughts. It's very common and it's healthy because your mind is working, it's processing the situation. It's a sign that your body and mind are working towards whatever you're going through. So it is a positive embrace. But at the end of the day, you need to sit, take a few minutes. If I act on this negative thoughts I'm having right now, is it going to help me and the people around me in a positive way or negative way? If it is going to be in a negative way, what is the purpose of acting on it? it's going to affect me negatively. So what is the purpose of it? So you take a few seconds for yourself, you analyze what is happening to you, like I said, what is triggering you, what is the fruitful reaction you're going to get through it. Negative emotions are very common. Just channel them in a positive way. Think about what better you could do with those thoughts, channel them. That's it. Curbing negative thoughts, thinking to yourself, oh, I'm having all these thoughts, what to do about it, what to do about it. Like I said, it's hard to forget Om, but it's very easy to learn a very complicated poem, because in the process of learning the poem, you automatically forget it. You take a white paper, you paint on it, again you want a white paper, you're not going to get on it. Instead, you can again paint a white paint on that. Get my point? So it's going to go and damage your memory, or you first thing is going to stack up on the negative thing. Negativity is always going to be there, but you need to stack up with more positivity, more positive thoughts.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for patiently answering for our question, because it's not a question of mine. It's a question of a person, a participant from YouTube. So that's what I asked you, ma'am. And really thankful for answering patiently, ma'am. We're truly happy and being collaborated with for you and the Writer's Voice as our day one speaker, ma'am. And really, coming to the second part, it's a happiest thing that the seeing number of participants here and all the both the YouTube streaming and the Google Meet streaming is too satisfactory. Why this series? చరణ్ దీనికి అసలు మెయిన్ దీని రీజన్ ఏంటో చెప్పాడు, దీని థీమ్ ఏంటో చెప్పాడు. నేను దీనికి జస్ట్ ఒక 2 minutesలో అసలు ఎందుకు ఈ సిరీస్ పెట్టడానికి మెయిన్ ఉద్దేశం ఏంటంటే, మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద పీపుల్ హూ న్యూ మీ, దే న్యూ ఇఫ్ ఐ స్టార్టెడ్ అ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఆర్ ఇఫ్ ఐ స్టార్టెడ్ సమ్వేర్, మెయిన్గా నేను పబ్లిసిటీ పరంగా కానీ లేకపోతే జనాల్లోకి ఎలా వెళ్తుంది అన్న పరంగా కానీ ఆలోచిస్తే, ఐ ట్రూలీ సే దట్ ఏదైనా ఒక విషయం కనుక జనాల్లోకి వెళ్ళాలి అంటే అది మౌత్ పబ్లిసిటీ ఉండాలి. పదే అది వాళ్ళ చెవిలో నాంతా ఉండాలి. మేజర్గా ఫస్ట్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఏంటి అంటే, ఫర్ యూ a human empowering platform, a good wing, a second wing of Writer's Voice doesn't need any publicity. Because why I'm saying doesn't need any publicity, because ఈ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ అనేది సరిగ్గా చెప్పాలి అంటే ప్రతి ఒక్కళ్ళ కోసం. ఇదేంటి ప్రతి ఒక్కళ్ళ కోసం అంటున్నారా? ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ బీన్ స్ట్రెస్డ్, ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్ లో, మేజర్ వొకాబులరీ, ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్ లో, or if you are making your senses struck out with all the major things, the only one thing that you should need is motivation firstly, and second you need a platform that what gives you certainly a good thing. And when we discussed about asal topic em pettali, asal dini elaga manam idi cheyali ani cheppi mem anukuntunnappudu, we got an idea of emotional awareness management series. Even though I'm quite busy with all these works, this platform with Sharanana has a clear view, and it will definitely go successful. And we must thank for our Madam Alekia, even though she is busy with her personal works and her businesses and all other things, that she given her valuable time for us and for being with us and enlightening us. బికాజ్ ఉన్నట్టుగా చెప్పడం అనేది చాలామందికి అది వచ్చినా కానీ అదే జనాలు ఏమనుకుంటారు, అదే ఇదేమనుకుంటారు అని చెప్పి అనుకుంటారు. బట్ శరణ్ డజంట్ టోల్డ్ మీ దట్ మేడం యు ఆర్ అన్ ఉమెన్ ఎంపవరిస్ట్, అండ్ I too doesn't know, because I personally call you because even my brother called Piti Parker, who is a great linguist, he is also a woman empowerist, and usually he is also having a different type of platform for empowering women and all these things. We will have a discussion about that later. So really, ma'am, it's an honor, especially for both the platforms, Writer's Voice and for you. Majorly, we are having, I'm saying this to all the participants, dear friends, my dear friends, for all the 5 days we are having a golden speakers. We are having a golden speakers, and we should speak. We should acquire them. వీ షుడ్ ఎక్వైర్ ఫ్రమ్ దెమ్ వాట్ దే ఆర్ స్పీకింగ్. ఏం ఎక్వైర్ చేసుకోవాలి అంటే వాళ్ళు ఎలా మాట్లాడుతున్నారు, వాళ్ళు ఏ స్లాంగ్లో మాట్లాడుతున్నారు అన్నది సెకండరీ. ఫస్ట్ వాళ్ళు ఏ థాట్ చెప్తున్నారు, అది మనకి ఎలా యూజ్ అవుతుంది, వాళ్ళు మాట్లాడే మాట మనకు ఎలా యూజ్ అవుతుంది, వాళ్ళు చెప్పే ప్రతి మాట మనకు ఎలా యూజ్ అవుతుంది అని చెప్పి తెలుసుకోవడం అనేది చాలా 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 ఇట్స్ అ గుడ్ సైన్. సో ఇప్పటికే చాలా ఎక్కువ తినేసాను మిమ్మల్ని. సో వితౌట్ ఎనీ ఫర్దర్ డిలే, సో లెట్స్ హ్యాండ్ ఓవర్ ది కంక్లూజన్ పార్ట్ టు Sharan Anna, over to you.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సుజిత్. వెయిట్ చేస్తున్నాను ఎప్పుడు ఛాన్స్ వచ్చిద్దా అని.
అత్త ప్లీజ్ చెప్పండి.
Like has spoken incredibly well, tremendously, and I don't have words to even express that what she spoken, and really detailing and wise and insightful and intellectual and honest. That's what I'll conclude what she spoke. And thank you very much for being here and for the motivation you've given us and the experiences you shared. Thank you very much. And I would also like to thank Sujit for supporting and for supporting very much. And he's been with me and with this organization from the beginning, from the first step go. And he said, అన్న నువ్వు చెయ్యి, నేను సపోర్ట్ ఇస్తాను, నీ నువ్వు నీ నీ మొత్తం నువ్వు చేయలేకపోయినా కూడా నేను షేర్ చేసుకుంటాను నీ బర్డెన్ అని చెప్పి సుజిత్, హీఈస్ వెరీ సపోర్టివ్ టు మీ. అండ్ I thank Sujit and especially Writer's Voice for recognizing and coming forward and coming forth to accepting me and supporting me. And I would like to thank Gautami for accepting as a host for this series. Thank you very much, Gautami. I'm very thankful for you, and I would like Gautami to take the proceedings.
Yeah, really, it's a great time. And is there anyone to discuss any on this topic, guys, in this meet? Yeah, anyone?
Platform is open for you. Utilize this opportunity.
Yeah, any more? Okay. Okay, guys, really, it's a great time with you, ma'am, and we are very thankful to you. And Sharan Garu, it's thankful. It's my pleasure to be host of your program now. Um, yeah, it's a informative webinar, very informative, that we can improve ourselves by our own. By through these webinars, we can improve our own skill and your intellectuality. And I'm very enthusiastically waiting for day 2 and more webinars. Thank you.